What's happening, y'all? It's Andrew from MAO Magic, and after our tips and tricks video and our full review, which you should check out both those, the links are at the end, we are going to delve into the App Store now that it is live on the new Apple TV. So as you can see, we have a bunch of apps downloaded here already, a lot of media apps here and a bunch of games. There are fitness apps, there are some education apps out there. We're going to look at a few different apps. We're going to look at the App Store, how to find them, how to delete them, how to manage them, all of that. So first off here, we're going to look at a few different apps here, and I want to point out is what is kind of a drawback to all the different apps on here is you cannot sign in once and have it just work with everything. So here you can see like the logout on the ESPN. We're going to go into the Watch ABC one, we go into the settings, and again, you have the logout from like the AT&T. So you have to sign in with your cable account on every one of these like TV type apps that are pulling from your cable account. Now, if we go into the App Store itself, you see we have three different tabs along the top. We have Featured, we have Purchased, and we have Search. So if you look at the search option here, there's a simple way inside the App Store to search the apps. You have this trending feed right below that. But unfortunately, there are no categories here, so you can't like filter by categories or top charts or top free apps. Nothing like that, at least not yet. Obviously, these are things that are probably going to come in the future, but right now, if it's not featured on this homepage or on that trending chart, it's really hard to find. So you can see we have like the what to watch here on top, we have what to play here, and these are just some basic categories that Apple's broken it down to. This could be for a few reasons. Maybe there are only, there's only a few hundred apps out already at launch, so maybe Apple's kind of keeping them a little bit tied off so it doesn't look as empty as it maybe would if you could simply filter by all the different categories. But there are several different here. So there's the best new apps, kids and family, gorgeous games, sports, and a few others that you can see right here on the home screen. I encourage you to look around online though for some really great apps because there's some really nice ones that maybe are not featured here, such as Simplex, which is a Plex client that is really nice that I've really liked a lot. Now you can see we do have a bunch of games on here, several that are really nice, like Rayman Adventures, super nice. We have Lumino City, which just launched on iOS on Thursday, so that's another great addition. Obviously, we have Alto's Adventure, which is one of the best-selling apps on iOS, and now they have made that available here. And what's really nice is this does work with Game Center, so it logs me in, and it'll sync all of my content from my Apple TV to my phone to my iPad. So all my saves, all my settings, all that will be across the whole platform. There is this option here to go ahead and search. This is a universal search, and this will search through the entire Apple TV. So if I start searching for something, it'll search for apps, TV shows, movies, all of that from one spot. So I can simply type in here, say CBS. I have a bunch of different TV apps on here, but I don't have one specifically from CBS. So I go ahead and search, we'll see if they have one, and yeah, sure enough, they have quite a few of them here. So I can go ahead all the way to the left. I'm going to choose on the regular CBS application. It'll take me right into the App Store, and I can click on download. So it'll go ahead and download that application to my TV. And because the applications are only 200 megabytes in their initial install, they can pull more after the fact, but in their initial install, only up to 200 megs. They're fairly quick to download. Like they are very snappy, and then you can jump right into the application from that search of that App Store. So if I go over here, turns out the CBS one requires you to pay another subscription. But this is one of the apps, such as Hulu and Netflix, where you can buy that subscription straight through iTunes. When that happens, it allows you to pay and do all that through your Apple ID, and then you can easily sign into the apps. This is a lot easier than having to use like your cable subscription, pulling up your computer, going to the URL, doing all that kind of nonsense. If you do any of the apps that just sign with your Apple ID, it makes it super simple. Also, for like Netflix sake, if you actually would buy a iTunes gift card, say 20% off at like Giant Eagle or the Ilk, then you're actually saving 20% on Netflix. So you can subscribe for the same price, actually make it cheaper, and it's a lot easier to sign in. So any apps that you purchase through Apple ID, much easier to sign into. If you would ever need to move an app around on your screen here, so if I want to move that CBS app up with all my other TV apps that I want to watch, I can simply move it around. And if you hit the play pause button on your remote, that'll allow you to remove it. So since I can't sign into that with my network, I'm just going to go ahead and delete that because I am not paying for another application. If we go into our settings here, you can see we have the automatic updates turned on, so it'll automatically update those apps every time for you. And you can see any other specific app. So in this case, like Lumino City, you can have those specific options, such as erasing all content and settings when you launch it again. Now, I did point this out earlier in the other videos, but any of those certain video apps, such as Hulu, Netflix, HBO, Showtime, all of those are going to be tied into that universal search API when you're searching for movies and TV shows. All those other content ones, such as the CBS, Fox app, none of those are going to have those same search features. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.